Hello, this is a solid fuel boiler house that in the last kind of energy crisis, or scare of the last energy crisis, it was put in but never used because I suppose it really wasn't thought out properly. Here is your light for the ground. Over there, there's trees knocked down that can't be used at the minute for energy. And basically, like with any large building, you will always have a boiler house, and it's only just set it up slightly differently. So like you have your from energy landscaping, you have your trees and your grass. This bank here is ideal for energy landscaping. It's too high really to be mowing it, so you have to trim it. That one over there as well. So what I'm suggesting is you plant the likes of these with trees, some specimen trees and some biomass trees, and basically use them for energy. I'll show you a couple of clusters of trees up here that are kind of ideal. This is a cluster of trees that have been planted pretty lately. Because they're all clustered together like this, it's ideal, and from my point of view they're easy to maintain, and you're getting a volume of trees. There's a larger set out the front. Here's the larger cluster. I suppose they're kind of ideal for wildlife as well. It's quite nice. This is kind of the waste wood that you get from tree surgeons, and basically like it's to be able to use that in such a way that it's efficient. So that's the design for my boiler. That's that solid fuel boiler just from another angle. And here are the trees that are down. To process one of those trees by hand would probably take a couple of hours, and all the branches, you really couldn't do anything with it. Whereas with the wood chippers, some of the big wood chippers can do it in maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, and they'll place it straight into a pallet for you. So basically the whole notion is that you can turn these into energy in a way that's, I wouldn't say easy, but manageable. This is a plant to turn waste from landscaping into energy in grounds, in large grounds where you would have say 3 men mowing grass all day, because there's large grounds, and you'd have a lot of woods as well and trees. This is the main device in the plant. It's a buffer tank where you heat up water and turn it into steam that turns a turbine that makes electricity. But before you go using the waste, if the wind is blowing, you might as well harness that as well, or if the sun is shining, you might as well harness that. So on the poles around these type of large grounds, you would have that poles, the light poles, you would use them as a means to make energy. Rather than having a big windmill, why not have lots of small ones on top of these poles and a solar panel, and then your lights underneath it. In the poles there's an energy store where you use water as your energy storing device. You pump the water when you have excess energy up, and that excess stored energy, and you release it when you need more energy. When you have all the energy you require stored, you transfer the electricity to the buffer tank and you heat the water, and that then makes steam. If you don't have those two options, you go to biogas from your grass, and that then you push into the burn chamber here, and you heat the water and make your steam. If you're out of gas, then you go to wood chip from the trees, which I showed you earlier, and the wood chips in these pallets which you filled in the field, and you push them into your burn box, and you can push out an empty one, so there's always two in it. So the second one lights, so the middle one lights the new one coming in, and you take it away on the other side. You need to be able to clean these devices easily. With the smoke that's going through the transfer device, smoke comes out here and into a container where you put in your wet pallets of chips, and they get dried in the heat, and you take out your dry pallets here and put them through. This is vegetable oil, that if you're out of everything else you can use vegetable oil. And this is your grass is put in here, and when it's rotting you take the heat from the grass with a transfer device that I've designed, and you put it in here. And this is just an ordinary water heater, so like you'll take the energy from the water heater first and then add to it with the other with wood chip and so on. And also if you're out, you can also burn round bales in it. So that's pretty much it. Oh, too, if you have a very small area and you want to get a lot of trees into it, this is my design for it. You put a fence around the area, you plant your trees, and as they grow you break the branches off as they come out through the fence, which kind of uplifts your trees, and you get a canopy. So thanks very much for watching. Bye now.